Hi and welcome to this video. This reading is all about what makes you beautiful. For those of you who haven't done a pick a card reading before, how it works is you just sit with yourself a moment and ask yourself which one of these piles you feel more called to. So pile 1 is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, and it has this crystal here, which I do not remember the name of because I have a habit of getting crystals and then forgetting what they're called. So that's pile 1. Very beautiful anyway. And then pile 2 is this here, Oriens Animal Tarot, and the little crystal for this one is a little amethyst crystal. It looks like a little egg, so super cute. So that's for that one. So if you feel called to this tarot deck or to this crystal, then your group is pile number 1. And if you feel called to this tarot deck or this crystal, then your pile is number 2. I'll also be doing an extra reading at the end, and that will be for my subscribers or my subscriber, because this will be my first video. Maybe I only have one. And that one is going to be all about what makes you stand out. So I'm super excited to do your readings. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can just find a timestamp in the description box below, which has the timestamps for all of these readings. I'll see you there. So if you choose the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot and this crystal, then this is your reading, pile 1. So I'll just put this box over here and grab the real deck out. Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? I'm getting that you're a very independent person, that you feel very confident and comfortable working on your own. I think that you have beautiful creative talents. You may be an artist, but you don't have to be. You're someone who creates a lot of beauty around them. You could be quite charitable, and you have a really unique style. I see here in the Universe card, which I believe is the World card, that you're a very unique person, and you feel very confident and comfortable being who you are. You don't need to be like anybody else. You think one of the most beautiful things about this world is that we get to be exactly who we want to be. I see that you have a very unique and creative mind, that you are very talented at directing your passion when it comes to projects. If this isn't creative in the sense of art making or crafting, it could be in the sense of discussion. You have really unique points of view and a really beautiful way of expressing yourself. If you have tattoos, especially on your shoulder or leg, calf here, then I see that those are really beautiful and really speak to who you are, and it's just an outward expression of who you are on the inside, or a part of you. There's something really luxurious about your energy, very comfortable as well. It's like you like soft things and soft, beautiful things. I see here with this like feather umbrella looking thing. Very beautiful. I see that you feel very comfortable working alone. Not that you're opposed to working in groups, but you just really feel confident when you work by yourself, doing your own things. You have a very strong, independent energy. Your crystal kind of reminds me of a leaf. I'm really getting that you have a strong connection to nature. This seems really specific, so maybe won't apply for all of you, but I was especially seeing with here as well, you might be somebody who guides people through nature, on walks or meditations maybe. You are some kind of leader. I think that you've accomplished a lot in life, and that you have been able to create many beautiful things around you. And you know, if this is a symbol of your life, you know, in your life you've been able to create many beautiful things. I see on this crystal this scratch, and it does kind of remind me of a scar, which makes me think that you might have been through some difficult situations. You may have the mentality of, it's all a part of life. I think you're a very balanced person, and you let things be how they are. I think we're ready to pull some more cards, so I'm going to pull an oracle card. This is from the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians oracle deck. What makes pile 1 beautiful? You don't have to be a masculine, but I am getting a very, very soft masculine energy for you. Very kind and gentle. You have a really beautiful sensitivity to you, and a very deep emotional body. You know how to connect with others, and you see very deeply into their souls, into the ways of the world, into things people have experienced. You're very good at connecting with those around you, with all energies around you. I see that you're not just connected, you know, in this deep emotional place with all this water, but you are also extremely grounded. You don't get caught up in your emotions. You let them flow and you let love happen. But it always comes from this very wise and deep part of you. You're a very deep soul. I'm very grateful you're here because your energy is really beautiful. So thank you. You might like to wear gold jewelry or luxurious fabrics. You might like to have these types of things around your home. I think that your style is intricate and beautiful and soft, artistic. You may be very protective over others. You may send a lot of positive energy to those around you, and that is really beautiful. With the pearls on this necklace here, I just see like the process of a pearl being made, you know, from that piece of sand in the clam or oyster, is it? you know, developing over time and becoming that beautiful pearl, and having this beautiful string of pearls around your neck there. I think you have lived many lives, and you know, if that feels right to you, which it does to me. But if that's not something you believe, then that's totally fine. For you, then it's these experiences you've had in life. So whether it's this life or many lives, you've had many experiences. And it's all of these together that, you know, represent you, that you bring into this life now. So I'll draw a few more cards. This is the Romance Angels Oracle deck. What makes pile 1 beautiful? One of your beautiful qualities is that you don't feel the need to control others or situations. You let things be how they are. You let things unfold as they unfold. You let others show up as they show up. This card says, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And I think that's how you live your life. That's the energy that you embody. You're a very spiritual person. Here with these angels and angels here, I'm definitely getting a different energy from this one, which is that you are just so aware. You may have psychic abilities, especially claircognizance, able to pick up on what feels right and what feels wrong, like in the sense of avoiding or protecting yourself from negative energies and negative people. I don't know, kind of getting a bit of a funny energy with this one. It's like, if this is like a negative person, it's just like, we don't do that here, you know, in my life. And you've got your little like mosquito net on and just like, I won't be letting you suck any of my beautiful positive energy. Thank you very much. You're very capable of seeing people's intentions. There may be a mother figure in your life who you feel very protective over, and who has also been a beautiful role model in your life. You really see how beautiful and wise and confident she is. A real quiet confidence she has, and that is something you have admired since you're very young. You may also be of Indian heritage or really appreciate Indian culture, but again, you don't have to be. Also getting maybe Persian. You definitely have a really beautiful energy, pile 1. You have an extremely beautiful and bright heart. I think that you share openly and frequently. You are a safe, open and beautiful place for yourself and for those you want around you. I'm seeing that here within the universe card and this beautiful necklace. I think that's all I'm getting for you, pile 1. So if that resonated and if you enjoyed, I would really appreciate if you liked and, you know, left a comment if you feel called to. And please do subscribe if you'd like to see more readings from me. I would certainly love to connect with you again, but no pressure, of course. I have the subscriber reading at the end there. But otherwise, I'm wishing you so much love and happiness and peace. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi. If you chose pile number 2, the Orien's Animal Terror, and this little egg amethyst, then this is your reading. What makes pile number 2 so beautiful? What makes pile number 2 so beautiful? Wow. I don't know if I've seen this card before. Also felt drawn to draw a card from this deck, which is called the Tarot of Pagan Cats. What makes pile number 2 so beautiful? I'm getting with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse is that you're a patient person. When you take on a project, you commit to it. You're both grounded and also connected to the spiritual realm. I'm getting that you do have psychic gifts. You could even have a bit of a witchy vibe here with the devil. I'm seeing that. You could be into magic and spells, but you don't have to be. You have a very active third eye. You may get, messages from your spirit guides through your third eye, but if that's not what it is for you, then you think very visually, and you have really strong images in your mind. You may be able to just think of things really clearly. Like I've heard it said that, on a scale of 0 to 10, we all can see a different amount of images in our brain. And, if I say picture an apple, some people, don't actually see an apple in their mind, but they know what an apple looks like. They understand the concept of an apple. Well, I'm getting that you maybe are at the, 10, you see the apple. This may help you in your work or in your creative endeavors if you do projects. I do see in the 4 of Wands that you might be a bit of a creative person, especially drawing, or also crochet or needlework. I think you're more of a quiet person. You're very observant, very intelligent as well, very good at seeing people. I'm seeing these birds. They kind of look like ravens to me. Well, I think this is a raven. You may be a smoker, but I'm also getting with the devil. There's a side of you that's very alluring. I think you have a strong sexual energy, and that the people who are lucky enough to experience you sexually feel very blessed. I think your energy is very overpowering, not in a bad way, just in a very strong way, dominating. But that it's you're because I'm seeing this as, you as this bell plant, I think that's what they're called, and this is some, any partners being the praying mantis there. It's kind of like an energy of like you're a god or a goddess, in a bit of a dark and mysterious way. I think you know how to let go when you need to, and also know when it's appropriate to. I think you're a very deep person here with this moon. I think you're very capable of meeting people in their darkness and accepting people's darker qualities, even if it's hard for them to accept themselves. You have a very deep emotional depth, I think, and have made a big difference in a lot of people's lives. You may be quite introverted, but I'm seeing that your home is your happy place, and you have a lot of personality like shown in your home, like the way you decorate, and yeah, I know the people who get to be close to you see how beautiful you are. It's just getting a bit dark, so I might turn on my light. I'm definitely getting that you're a very private person, that you have many skills and aptitudes, but you don't do it for others. You do it for yourself. You are who you are. I think you're very self-indulgent, but this is actually beautiful because you just give so deeply to yourself. Your home is beautiful in just the way you like it, because that's how you like it, and that's what makes you feel good. You commit to projects that make you feel happy. You're not afraid to indulge in pleasures of the body and, food and, all of that kind of root chakra energy. Soft fabrics even. You use what you have. You don't take it for granted. I'm gonna draw some more cards, or maybe just one card, we'll see. What makes pile 2 so beautiful? What makes pile 2 so beautiful? This was underneath as well. I'm definitely getting strong energies for you, a sexual energy. And again, you might have a bit of a, you might be quite domineering in the bedroom. Or maybe that's you. You like to be dominated, although I am strongly getting it from the other way. Oh, and that was on the bottom of the deck, self-care. You are definitely into the self-care and that just self-indulgence, but in a beautiful way. Hence the reading. The card that came out though is Connection. And this is from the Mystical Journey Oracle. You may have a significant other. I am getting that this is a relationship, but it could be a close friend as well, who you have made a huge impact in their life, and they have also made a huge impact in your life. The connection you have with that person is really deep and beautiful, and you have built so much or are building so much with them. I think that you are quite similar, but you also do have key differences, and you let each other be exactly as you are. I think for the right people, you develop very deep and meaningful connections. You see people for who they are. You see the parts of people that they don't want to look at. And you show them, you know, intentionally or unintentionally, how to access that part, those parts of themselves, those dark parts of themselves which they've deemed are, you know, not appropriate or too dark or bad in some way that makes them not lovable or wrong. And you let them see it and accept it and know that it's not wrong. You're human and you are who you are, and it's safe for you to be who you are. You may have these, I'm not sure what they are, but like, it kind of looks like where people get like shaved, like little lines into their hair. You might have that. Might also be on your eyebrow. You could have that. I think you can be private, but when you want to have a relationship with someone or to have a connection with someone, you are open. Like your heart is open. We can talk about whatever. That's the vibe. Some more cards. I'm feeling 2 cards. Let's see. What makes pile 2 so beautiful? Makes pile 2 so beautiful. Oh, actually, I was going to take these ones upright. I suppose I'll just consider that I put them reversed. You could be 40 plus years old, but don't have to be. You may be going grey in your hair, and I think that this is a physical quality that is actually very beautiful. But again, you don't have to be. You have a very wise energy in a very stern way. You have a very clear way of thinking about things. You're very analytical and strategic. You're both spiritual and logical. I think some people would be quite surprised that you are spiritual. I'm seeing this man holding this crystal, and I think like this is the energy I'm getting like from some people around you. They'll like would be really shocked, or may if you tell them, they may be really shocked that you have a spiritual side, because you do come across so rationally. You are so rational and intelligent. I think that people tend to think those things don't coincide. But it's something that in you, it's so natural. That's just who you are. I think you're a very grounded person. You're very grounded in who you are. And you feel comfortable showing up and, you know, speaking when you want to. I am getting that you could be more of a, like, quiet observer. There's an energy here with this man holding a coin, which is, I'm getting like you're a provider, but then every time I have gone to say it, it's like I stop, like there's a feeling that's like, no. So you're a provider for one person. There is one person who you just love so much, and you just want to support them in every single way you can. You have a very sensual energy, and there's a look in your eyes that is extremely beautiful. I'm seeing that with this man here. And you don't have to be a man either. I'm getting a strong masculine energy, so if you don't identify with that, it's just that you're very confident, independent, mature. That's the energy I'm getting. And again here, this was the other one I was going to point out. You may have a strong connection to animals, since this is the animal terror, and then this is also a cat terror. But you may prefer animals that are more solitary in nature. That's what I'm getting for you. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, please do like and leave a comment if you'd like. And I would love if you would subscribe if you feel called to. It's been super lovely doing your reading today. And there is that subscriber reading if you would like. Then I hope to see you again, and I wish you so much love, happiness, and peace. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to the subscribers reading. Thank you so much for subscribing. I so appreciate it, and I'm excited to get into this. This reading is about what makes you stand out. And we're going to start with the Moonology oracle cards. What makes my subscribers stand out, please, Spirit? What makes my subscribers stand out, please? You stand out because you have every reason to have this huge pride to you, to have an ego, to think you're better than others, because you're charismatic and beautiful, and there's a real intensity to you, like you're a very deep person, and you hold a lot of attractive qualities. But even so, you don't let pride get in your way. You don't think you're above others, even though others might see you as this, ethereal being, a beautiful person, maybe that's how they see you if they're in that vibration. But you stand out because you own everything that makes you you. And you may love all of these qualities about yourself, but you don't believe it makes you better than others, and it's not an energy you put out to others. You don't want anybody else to feel less than you. I think you're an extremely balanced person, because I'm seeing this as like a sun, even though I know it's a moon, but because it's, yellow and this is blue, it's like a sun and a moon. So your feminine side and your masculine side are really balanced. You don't feel, not that it's wrong to be on either one of those energies, but you just mesh them so well into your personality, into who you are. You have all of this confidence and drive and passion, but you also have this really beautiful, soft, emotional side to you. Just becoming aware of the little crabs, little pincers. I'm getting that you're quite good with little details, and you also could be quite good with your hands. If you do projects, then I can see that you're quite talented with that, especially if you are a hairdresser or use scissors somehow in a craft, like sewing perhaps. You stand out because you are you pick all of these qualities out of your personality. It's something that you have done and continue to do to become the best version of you, especially if it relates to issues from the past. You really look at those things and think, do I need to hold on to this? And if not, then you let it go, or you work out a way to release it. If you watch ASMR at all, I'm getting when they do the energy picking and snip, definitely that energy. I think you really shine, and you're a very sweet person. You don't let things get to you emotionally. You're a very strong person, and I'm becoming aware of this crab's hard shell, Not to say people who let things get to them are not strong people, not at all, but like the energy I'm getting from you is that you have a hard exterior but a soft energy. Like, not that you are too hard to be emotional or anything like that. It's like you are tough and emotional. Going to pull some more cards now. I'm not sure what this deck is called. I'll put all the links in the description box below for anybody who's curious. What makes my subscribers stand out, please? With these full moon energies as well, you're a very, very powerful person with a huge ability to accomplish. You have a lot of potential in you. You may have a tendency to get lost in thought, kind of daydream, and I can see like people looking at you kind of just in your mind, maybe playing with nature and just daydreaming. And that's a really beautiful quality about you. You stand out because you have this very beautiful and wide imagination and a really stunning way of thinking about things. You're very good at planning things out. If there's something you're trying to accomplish, you're very good at, this is the next step, and then I will do this, and then this. And you're very good at then also following through on those actions. You're a very optimistic person, and it's not that you don't see, oh, there's a saying but I can't think of it. It's like there's something beyond the trees. It's not like you can't see, you know, the waves, but you see that, and you also see the sun. You don't let the waves crowd the sun. You see both and you choose optimism. You have a really beautiful connection to nature. And you don't judge others based off their external appearances. You see people, and not just people, but animals too. You see souls for souls. You see people for people. You see energy for what it is. And you don't let appearances stop you from connecting and from loving. You see beyond simple things like that. You have a great skill when it comes to seeing things how they are, seeing the root of things, especially spiritually. I'm going to pull another card from this deck, which is the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle cards. What makes my subscribers stand out, please, Spirit? What makes my subscribers stand out? What makes my subscribers? This was on the bottom of the deck, and I might even take it. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. And the reason I'm taking it is because, well, obviously it's on the bottom of the deck, which I consider to be a part, but also look at that. Doesn't that just look like the same energy? You definitely have a really, really good balance. Another message though, like I do think this is a part of you, but another message that's coming in strong just now is that if one thing that also makes you stand out, that it is a partnership. If you're in a partnership, is the dynamic between you is that like your partner may be so different from you, but you come together in such a beautiful way, and it's like opposites attract in a way. But you know, other people might see it as that, but you're not actually opposites. In reality, you're so similar, and I think that's something you guys would know. But there is just like a really beautiful like fire and water dynamic to you guys. I'm also seeing that these qualities exist within you though. You may have a strong connection with crystals. You may do crystal healing. You're very balanced within yourself. Your chakras are very in tune and healthy. You have a lot of spiritual knowledge. This card's definitely giving me vibes of pile 1. This vibe's kind of giving me vibes of pile 2. So if there's any, well, yeah, of course. Thank you guys. But together it definitely is a very unique energy as well. I think you're like a breath of fresh air. You're a very fair person. You care a lot about justice, true justice. You have a strong moral belief system. You may have a very unique physical appearance. You could have tattoos, especially on your arms, which are may have a spiritual meaning as well. You may help others to heal, whether this is intentional or just a part of who you are. Being around you, you are an extremely powerful presence, and you kind of like activate people, you know, to help them heal, or just help them feel comfortable as well. You may have very beautiful, unique, natural hair. You may have curly hair. You may like to wear something in your hair. Some kind of energy, like definitely like big hair. You may have very big, voluminous, beautiful hair, and a very elegant style to you. You have a real grace when you move. You may be a very good dancer. Hearing like you make people melt, like you're very, very attractive, both physically and also energetically. There's a real wildness about you. You may have, like, I'm definitely getting, because there's like 2 energies, but they're not separate. These are energies that you embody that kind of like flow within your own energy, and you will show up this way if you want to show up this way, and you will show up this way if you want to show up that way. And you just know how to flow really effortlessly between these qualities, even though they are quite different. To you, it's just so ingrained in who you are. With these volcanoes, just reminding me of this like so cute video that I love. It's like one of those Disney short films. The I love you. That one's so cute. The little faces. So if you do have a partner, like the love between you guys is so special and so unique, and when you guys come together, like you really stand out. Just like the depth and the power of your love together is really beautiful and really wholesome and big. Very special. I think you're also a very sexy and sensual person, and you have a really soft, intense stare. Just seeing here with Pale, her beautiful eyes, and then again in this Leo moon. Going to pull one more card, or probably just one more. What makes my subscribers stand out, please, Spirit? What makes my subscribers. Oh, okay. 3 cards. We'll make it work. This card literally came out in pile 2. It's not hard for you to do the right thing. There's not really a question of it. You just know that's right, that's wrong, like to your moral beliefs, you know, like you don't hurt people. You just don't do that kind of thing, you know? Would you like it done to you? No. Then why would you do it to someone else? That's the vibe I'm getting. I think you're also a very educated person, very intelligent, also artistic, could be in terms of writing. You don't share your softest side with everybody. There's a privateness to your heart, in a sense, like it's like your heart has many layers, and at your core only your truest confidants, your truest friends, your soul family get to see that soft chewy core, but in, you know, I'm imagining like a lolly, but like, yeah, that softest part of your heart, only like the people closest to you get to see that side of you. And maybe it is because you've seen, you know, things before, been through some bad experiences with the crab there. You have a really eloquent way of speaking, and you're a really good communicator, very strong communicator, able to talk in many different ways to many different people in many different crowds. Very good at adapting. And I think it's because you have such a degree of energies that you embody. I'm going to pull some runes now. Thanks my subscribers. Send out, please. So this is the Tiwaz rune, which stands for honor, justice, and leadership. And I'm definitely picking up on that with the contract and over here as well, with this kind of court looking house, ancient room building. Yeah, you're definitely a very honorable character. You care about right and wrong, like we've been saying. You could be a leader, you could stand up for others, you may be a lawyer, but you don't have to be. You could be a mediator. If you know two people are, you know, having an argument or in some kind of energy and you feel it's right to do so, then you can mediate between them effortlessly and fairly. You're very respectable. Like, I see, you know, if you were to mediate, the people on both sides, even if they're not completely happy with it, as, you know, sometimes we can be with compromise, they still respect it, because they just know you have, it's just you have such a powerful and righteous energy. You also have the Othala rune. I'm still learning runes, so I'm not quite sure about pronunciations right now. But this stands for inherited possessions, heritage, and fundamentals. You could come from privilege or from money. Your like family could be quite wealthy, and you don't like let that again like make you feel like you're above others. Like, you're very generous, and you don't take anything you get for granted. You care deeply about your roots and where you came from. I'm getting like 2 things, which is like you care deeply for your family, and you may even care for somebody in your family, and also recognizing different family kind of histories and understanding why things happened the way they happened, and why it's important not to repeat certain circumstances, whether this is in your own lineage or in terms of like world vibrations in world history. I think you have the ability to be extremely rational, but you can also be this very emotional side. Not that emotions aren't rational, I don't believe that at all. I don't know why that kind of felt like to call that out. This is the blank runestone, which my little book doesn't have a meaning for, but I'm definitely getting the vibe that you're just you have a very clean and clear energy, clear mind. You know, don't let your emotions overcome you. You're a very balanced presence. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. That kind of turned into a bit of a longer one compared to the other readings, but that was super cool. And thank you guys so much for being here and for letting me to connect to your beautiful energy, and for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see you again when I post again, so I can't wait. Goodbye.